Lying on your back, extend the arms up next to the ears on the inhale. Exhale and pull the right knee into the chest. Inhale, extend the leg, extend the arms. On the exhale, pull the left knee into the chest. Continue to move with the breath, inhaling and expanding everything, reaching the arms up next to the ears. Exhaling and bringing the opposite knee into the chest. Continue this. Then we're going to place the feet flat on the floor, spread the feet out wider than the hips. Knees are lifted. Take a breath in. Feet flat on the floor. And on the exhale, roll the knees over to the left. Inhale, knees come back up to the middle, and on the exhale, roll them over to the right. Inhale back to the middle, exhale over to the left. Inhale back to the middle, exhale over to the right. Continue to move with the breath. Each inhalation carries the legs up to the middle, and each exhalation rolls them the opposite way. Now we're going to do that pelvic rotation from a figure 4 position. Take the right ankle over to the top of the left thigh. On the inhalation, bring the legs back up to the middle. On the exhalation, roll them the opposite way. The inhale carries the legs up to the middle. Exhale rolls them the opposite way. You can also roll the head, turn the neck, opposite way of the legs. Now we're switching legs. Left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, roll the knees over to the left. Inhale back up to the middle, and then exhale, roll them to the right. Continue to move with the breath. The inhalation brings the legs up to the middle. Exhale rolls them the opposite way, and continue. Now we're going into the supine scorpion. Legs are extended, arms out to the sides. Inhale, bring one leg up. Exhale, bring it over to the opposite side. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, back over to the opposite side. And continue. We're now moving into the prone scorpion, arms extended out to the sides, face down. Lift one foot up and take it over to the opposite side of the opposite leg. There's a little bit of a turn in the hips here. If you leave your arms out to the sides, you'll get a killer pec stretch at the same time. And place the hands next to the shoulders, leave the hips on the ground, press the chest up for a cobra, and then sink the hips toward the heels. Rocking back and forth here. Toes are tucked to get a little stretch in the feet. And then we'll take it out with the knees wide, spreading the knees out wide, moving the hips back and forth, rocking onto the hands and knees. Shifting weight from the hands and then back to the knees. We're going to take the knees together and shift the hips side to side here. You can roll side to side and a little bit back and forth. We'll take the right foot out to the outside of the right hand and begin to rock back and forth here in this lizard position, shifting the hips forward and back. Switching legs, left foot out to the outside edge of the left hand, shifting the hips forward and shifting the hips back. Then we'll bring both knees back underneath the hips. Going to extend the left leg out to the side, straight, and then rock back and forth looking up at the horizon. Feeling some dynamic stretch in the inner thighs here. We'll switch over to the right, extending the right leg out, bringing the left knee in, rocking back and forth here, and continue. Now we're moving into the 90-90 hip position. What you want to do is kind of sit back on the hips, get the hands behind the hips. You want each knee to be bent at 90 and the angle between the two thighs to be about 90 degrees. And we're rocking back and forth from side to side. The body turns completely each way where you're facing one of the legs. Stop when you're facing the left leg and begin to sway with your torso side to side, weaving your way lower and lower in this hip stretch, finally settling in on your elbows. From this position, try to push the knee down into the ground and then try to lift the knee up in toward the chest. Walk your elbows over to the left. Walk as far as you can with your elbows, twisting the body here. Once you get as far as you can, you're going to stack the shoulders and really open up the chest, expand the chest. From there, reach the right arm forward and then up next to the ear. Try to create as much length as you can from the right knee to the right fingertips. Then bring the elbows back to the ground. Walk back to the left leg. Now we're going to switch sides, pivoting over. You're now facing the right leg in this 90-90 position. Sway side to side, working your way lower and lower. Your torso is swaying. You finally settle into a place on your elbows. Try to push the knee into the ground and then try to lift the knee up a couple of times each way, about a second or two each time. Then start to walk your elbows over to the right. Once you've walked the elbows as far as you can, you're going to stack the shoulders and open up the chest. Expand the chest. The left arm is down by the left side. You're going to reach the left arm forward, then up and over next to the ear. Recommend lifting the arm forward, then up over the ear, because it tends to get stuck if you try to go directly from the side over the ear. The forward motion first opens up a little bit more movement, a little bit more reach. Walk the elbows back